What is behind you?
I don't
All
know.
this?
Ask.
Yeah, what is that?
It's just a dresser. It's a fucking TV. I had it down there. So I put a cover on it, but then I put it up top.
Why does your TV have a cover?
Oh, because it was like on the floor.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I may have to take it to storage and just leave it there.
You have a storage?
Yeah, bro.
How expensive is storage now?
Bro, I had one for $95. They jacked it up to like $100. I was like, all right, cool. $200. Oh, they jacked it up to $325.
I would move that shit in my house immediately.
Sell it if you don't
Sell
need
your
it.
shit. You don't need $300 worth of shit. $300 a month?
We got a deal on it.
That's a
It
deal?
doesn't sound like a deal to me. $300 a month for storage? How much shit you got?
It's the biggest one they had. It was brand.
I'll charge you $150. You can put it in my garage.
Yeah, but like it's a 30-minute drive up. This one was 30 minutes heading into the
It's
city.
a storage. What do you need to grab shit like every 5 minutes?
You're not going to go in there. I'm going to see Caesar like living in my garage. Like those people that live at the storage units.
They played us.
What do you have? Is it like heavy?
Bed frames, a whole bunch of baby clothes now, tables. Just I still have a tree, and that shit is a bitch.
That's your tree.
That's a giant fucking tree. That takes a lot of space.
I'm sorry. Do you hate Christmas?
Are you a liberal?
Do you say happy holidays now?
Happy holidays.
Oh my God.
You
might as well have been a guy who threw the spear into Jesus' side.
Let the war on Christmas start August 9th or whatever it is.
Oh, God. On that note, let's just get started.
Welcome
To the I'm Not Dumb, But
podcast, where we won't claim to have the answers to life's deepest questions,
But we'll give you an exciting journey
into the realms of knowledge you never knew you needed,
might be mainstream.
but not common knowledge. From artificial intelligence to conspiracy theories, no topic is too taboo for us to explore. Let's get curious together.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of I'm Not Dumb, But What's Going On in the World? Today, we cover news and events for you, the listener, to catch you up on. I'm your host, Victor, joined by celebrating his second child, Caesar.
Yo.
And don't call him daddy unless you're a 5'4" brunette, Rob.
Year.
How you guys doing today?
Very good, man. How you been?
Good, man.
Ready for some more news? As that seems to be the only thing we're doing.
Let's keep current, man. Let's keep current. Yeah, it's the only thing we're doing right now, but we're definitely we're gonna start bringing in the content.
All right. First up, we're going to go down a little bit of a rabbit hole. RFK Jr. became the key in solving a decade-old mystery. In 2014, a woman walking her dog through Central Park discovered a dead bear cub lying by a bush and under a bicycle. At that time, police discovered the bear's cause of death was blunt force injuries consistent with a motor vehicle collision. Though, the mystery lay in how did the bear get to Central Park when bears haven't been seen in New York City for decades. Are you ready for this?
Can
Yeah.
I stop it right there? I think I saw this on an episode of SVU.
It turns out the bear was raped. No.
Yeah.
God. Not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at.
It's all the storylines, isn't it? In SVU?
Pretty much.
We are executing a search warrant and we're making arrests.
Well, I got news for you guys. On August 4th, 2024, former environmental lawyer and presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in a 3-minute video on Twitter detailed how the bear ended up in Central Park, admitting to being the central figure in this story.
So
He admitted to it?
he killed
the bear?
This story is so insane, we're going to break it down. He starts, he was driving upstate early one morning to take a group of people falconing in the Hudson Valley when a driver in front of him fatally hit the bear cub.
So they were upstate, and the guy in front of him killed a bear cub.
I think you're jumping ahead in this story.
Okay.
He wakes up early because, as people do in the Hudson Valley, which I've never known, you go falconing early in the morning.
Well, that's the best time to go falconing.
Is it the best time to go falconing? I don't know much
you
about
don't
falconing.
You don't want to falcon too late in the afternoon.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
What does falconing consist of?
That was my
Well,
question.
you need a leather glove. You guys have never gone? We've been living in the Hudson Valley for 20 years.
All three of us have grown up in the Hudson Valley. And we have never gone falconing. Not once.
Disappointing.
My question is, every time you see a falcon, do you say falcon punch or do you just stay quiet? That's my question.
I always stay
Stay
quiet.
quiet.
I don't want to draw the falcon's attention.
See, I think if you would say it, more falcons would come.
Well, the Falcon's clearly working.
I have... it's on a tour.
It's on his mandated 15-minute break.
But like, did you know we saw falcons in the sky? One of them could have been Robert F. Kennedy's falcon.
I have 3 that fly above my house like every day killing squirrels.
They could be one of his falcons.
Wow.
So he's driving up. He allegedly sees the car in front of him hit a bear cub. And this is where it gets interesting. He states, and I quote, "So I pulled over, I picked up the bear and put him in the back of my van because I was going to skin the bear. It was in very good condition, and I was going to put the meat in my refrigerator."
Open shut case. He is my president.
This guy,
You're going falconing. Why would you just be like, yo, I need to throw this dead carcass in my trunk because I'm going to save the meat later? You're going falconing. What do you mean? You're not stopping off in your house to drop it off in the refrigerator.
when you go falconing, are you catching shit? Because he might have does he have like a
cooler?
Like a cooler?
I don't think for a 44-pound bear.
He had a van. He said he had a van, so probably had a whole bunch of shit with him.
I was just watching a thing on like eating bear meat. Like you really got to make sure it's fucking cooked, or else you can get really sick.
We'll get into that later. So instead of going home, because he just had a long day of falconing, I'm really obsessed with this.
So this was
falconing,
on
by the
his way to falconing, or on
Yes.
his way back from.
This is the morning on his way to falconing. He sees
Okay.
this, and he sees this bear just get taken out by this car.
And he's like,
And-
"Fuck,
He's
this is
Fuck,
great.
Look at that bear.
I'm gonna skin this shit.
I'm going to
real quick."
skin
It's a
this,
nice carpet.
this bear." Well, it's a small carpet. It's like a tiny little area rug. And so he's like, "Oh shit," and rushes over, pulls over, and goes, "I need to get this in my fucking car." It's bleeding everywhere, I'm assuming. And then he just throws this dead bloody bear into the back of his van.
Does he skin it there?
Oh, I don't know if he's going to personally skin it, or
I
he's
think
just
he
going to
is.
hire someone to do it.
I think he's gonna skin it right there.
Well, anyway, things got out of hand. After a busy day of falconry, he was late and had to rush back to New York City for a dinner at Peter Luger's Steakhouse.
Of course.
This guy is
Of course.
living the fucking dream.
Falcon. in
Fuck,
the
I've got a
morning.
6 p.m. at Luger's. Gotta make it down to the city.
I gotta go
In my
back to the
van.
city.
Yeah.
I got this dead bear in my trunk. I gotta go to the city. I got a dinner I gotta go to. I
He
can't
just
stop off
signals
at
for
home.
this fucking falcon, like, come back.
Wait, how do you signal for a falcon? Is it a whistle? It's a whistle?
Yeah,
like
you
a
do
dog?
little- yeah, I think it works the same way.
Can you just tell your friends, like, hey, listen, order apps. I got to go to my house. I got to drop off a dead bear. Do you have to rush to
my
dinner?
God. Yeah, my whole day would be ruined. My whole day.
For which part? The lateness or the dead bear carcass sitting
The
in
dead
your
bear
trunk?
would probably derail my plans immediately, but I don't think it stopped him.
No. Do you think he mentioned it to the people he went to go falconing with?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Just fucking
Definitely.
Just
They're probably
skinned a
in the van with him.
44-pounder.
Did you just pick that up?
Where was the falcon the whole time? Like in the back of
Yeah,
the
wait,
fucking
wait.
truck?
That's a good point. What did he do with his falcon?
He just dropped it off?
Did he just tell it to fly to his house? It's like, hey, I gotta go to dinner. Falcon, can you just fly home?
Yeah. Do you need a
Let
ride or are
your-
you good?
The
Called an
key's
Uber.
under the mat.
Just let yourself in.
Just let yourself in. I left the window open for you. You know how to get in.
Oh my God, that's awesome. What year was this?
This was 2014. This is all happening. Apparently, though, dinner also ran late.
Of course.
And he had to go to the airport.
Oh my dude, if I gotta go and get on a plane for one day, I'm not even leaving my house. Like, this kid decides to go falconing, get a bear cub, hit Peter Luger's for fucking lunch.
This is for dinner.
And then, oh my God, this is awesome.
He has my vote.
This is like that last day in Goodfellas.
I was going to be busy all day. I had to drop off some guns at Jimmy's to match some silencers he had gotten. I had to pick up my brother at the hospital and drive him back to the house for dinner that night. And then I had to pick up some new Pittsburgh stuff for Lois to fly down to some customers I had near Atlanta.
What a fucking day.
So it's like RFK is sitting there. He's like, I got to go falconry. And then he's like staring up at his window like, I got this dead bear in my fucking trunk.
I got this dead cub in my trunk.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
So he didn't want to leave the bear in his car because it would have gone bad.
Sense.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm assuming your trunk is just filled with blood at this point because this bear's just been leaking out. So he continued, I wasn't drinking, of course, but people were drinking with me who thought this was a good idea. And by chance, he had an old bike in the car that someone wanted him to get rid of.
Bro.
He's like putting the bike away. Where am I going to fit this fucking...
He had to move the bike over to fit the bear in it.
He pops the back of the... It's probably like a Mercedes S-Class. He pushes the bike over. He's like, where am I going to put this fucking bear?
It's a Honda Odyssey. Absolutely. He drives it around in a Honda Odyssey.
This is a Honda fucking Odyssey.
Oh my God. This guy is a fucking G.
Jesus. This guy's a
So this is what went through his head. And I quote, so we went and did that and we thought it would be amusing for whoever found it or something.
Oh, yeah. And you weren't drinking.
He wasn't drinking.
No.
He said, yeah, he wasn't drinking. His friends were drinking and we're like, bro, you need to drop this bear off in Central Park.
But put a bike on top of it. Oh, like, that's what you got to do.
Is that an old bike in your car? Put it on top. So he had mentioned that in 2014, a lot of new bike lanes were just put in New York City. And they thought it would be a reasonable thing to expect a bike to crash into an animal.
Mm-hmm.
Though the bear thing, bears aren't really walking around Manhattan.
So it was like a joke, like a, hey, I just killed a bear with a bike joke.
Yeah. And then I left the scene.
Yeah.
This guy's a tool. Now, when you hit, because I've never hit an animal while driving, don't you just call 911 and just say, hey, I just fucking killed a deer?
I mean, if it doesn't fuck up your car, right?
I mean,
if it doesn't fuck up your car, I don't think you're under any legal obligation. And this is not legal advice because I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I don't think you are.
I don't think you're obligated to call or stop or do anything.
I mean, the bear's dead. And the fucking thing was in the back of his car for how long?
All day. Right?
Day.
When would you normally get dinner? 6? Your reservation for 6 or 7?
Yeah, and what time's the flight? I would
He's
love
jumping on
to
a
see
red eye?
his schedule. Yeah, I would love to see the schedule. Like, what was the itinerary for the day?
Falconry, dinner, flight. It was his luggage back there with the dead bear.
The bike.
Like, how are you going to explain
Are you
that
going to drop this
TSA?
thing off in long-term parking or someone giving you a ride?
How are you going to explain it to TSA? Is that blood on your luggage? Oh, yeah, it's bear blood. It's bear. Long story.
Yeah, but there's a bike.
I gotta go.
It's a long story. It's funny if you just see it. You know,
I have priority and TSA pre-check.
Do you ride bikes?
I got a bike to get rid of.
I got a fucking hilarious joke. Where was it found? On the east or the west side?
Of Central Park?
The bear cub, yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
That would have been fucking... Oh, my God.
Oh, hold on. So, okay. So, on August 5th, the New Yorker ran a profile piece on RFK Jr., in which included was a photo of him pretending to be bitten by the dead bear cub. He had photos of this thing.
Oh, yeah, you're drunk, dude.
No, this was during the day.
Oh, really?
This is like when he was falconry. I think when he was falconry. I mean, I'm just assuming because it looks very early in the morning.
Well, don't you drink a little and then go falconry?
I wouldn't drink before performing falconry.
You might be a better shot.
So 10 years later, they found this bear?
No, 10 years later, he admitted to him putting the bear there.
What a fucking tool.
So the photo shows he's sitting in the back of his open trunk. The bear cub is mangled. Like you can see inside the bear cub. Yeah. And he is putting his hand in the bloody mouth of the bear cub and pretending to be bitten by it.
He has blood all over his fucking keys.
There's blood all over his fucking car. And the caption under that photo, and this is what I thought was interesting. He goes, maybe that's where I got my brainworm.
Did he get a brainworm?
Apparently, he had a brainworm.
Probably from this bear.
So you may be unaware. The New York Times discovered in a 2012 deposition, he was going through a divorce in 2012. He did a deposition and had admitted in it that he had sought medical attention for a few memory loss issues he was experiencing. Mm-hmm. The doctor determined a brain abnormality found on a scan, which was most likely caused by a worm. It is said that the worm lived there for a while, ate through his brain a bit, and then died.
Wow.
2012, he found a he found a worm resident in his brain. 2014, he does the bear incident.
Yeah, but he's eaten bears before.
I'm sure he eats bears in the regular, yeah, because he jumped at the chance to get this bear meat.
That's probably what it was. Because if you get a fucking actual worm in your brain, you're really sick. Like, legit sick.
People speculate that Mr. Kennedy traveled extensively in Africa, South America, and Asia, and his work as an environmental advocate. And
is just to go around killing fucking bears, eating them?
I think that's they meant that's where he found a parasite. But I'm sure eating random bear meat, roadkill, it probably isn't the best for you.
That's crazy.
And he would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for a pesky New York Times magazine, whoever published this.
No, he confessed.
He confessed 10 years later.
He put a video out on Twitter not bragging, but like talking about it. And he even said in the video that something along the lines of like, because they thought of this as a story that might come out in the opposition, because he is still running for president.
No,
at this time.
Yeah, he's not going to win now with a brainworm.
Yeah,
the brainworm is dead. The brainworm is gone.
But are there more? How do we know there's not more?
The brainworm is vice president. Because I would be okay.
Ooh.
Could you have a ticket with a president and vice president, but they share the same body because the parasite is living within the other one? Is that allowed?
The symbiotic relationship.
As long as the brainworm was born in America.
That's true.
Oh, I don't know.
Rules.
If it's a South American brainworm, I
can't have it. Can't have it. You can only go as far as probably a senator.
Yeah, we could do a senator.
I wouldn't be opposed. I would like to see where the brainworm stands on certain political matters, but I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Because imagine the brainworm being smarter than the actual man.
I want to see the brainworm's birth certificate.
Yeah, me too.
That's amazing.
And it better not be Hawaii. It better not be fucking Hawaii.
It better not be in Hawaii.
Now, we have to look at it. We have to see, is it real?
That's where we stand with...
what a wild ride.
Do you know who RFK Jr. is married to?
No.
No idea.
Oh my God, he's married to her? Cheryl Hines, American actress and comedian.
Yeah, he's married to the wife in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh.
That's his second wife, though.
Yes.
What a crazy story.
Yeah, what a crazy story.
Guys, killing cubs in the morning, steakhouse, dinner, catching a flight, probably going fucking doing some
other
DC.
side of the fucking world.
I'm fucking with it.
And this was probably one of his more mundane stories. He's probably got crazier.
This was a fucking this was a Thursday morning for him.
This is a work day.
I'm at the office and this guy's fucking. He's got a 10 a.m. fucking falconry upstate.
Do you think we can go falconing with him?
I don't even know.
Do you think
how it
he'd be
works.
open to that?
Yeah.
I'm honestly curious about it. Like I don't know what it entails. Are we catching rodents? What is the Falcon doing? What is its purpose?
Aren't we just shooting at the Falcon?
We don't shoot at the Falcon.
Whoa,
the
you don't
Falcon
shoot-
hunts for you.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you gotta shoot at the Falcon.
No.
Why would it be?
dude.
It's your pet Falcon. Like you're not going to shoot at it.
Is that what this is?
Falcons are amazing.
Yeah. What do you think? You just go pick up a bunch of falcons and shoot at them?
Yeah. Thought he was hunting.
Not the Falcon.
Hunting of wild animals in their natural state by means of a trained bird of prey. So yeah, he's hunting with a falcon. This guy's eating a lot of wild game.
Probably that's why you get fucking brainworms.
Maybe he was hunting the bear cub with the Falcon and then just ran him over. That would make more sense.
Allegedly, he said someone in front of him hit the bear cub.
Yeah, someone in his party who was drinking.
He wasn't, though, of course.
Of course.
I'm not drunk. Wait, I am drunk.
So let's move on. Speaking of your boring 9 to 5, when are you guys planning to retire?
Never.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have that option given to me.
It can come sooner than you think.
Do tell.
Let me introduce you to Morgan Sanner. She's 27, lives in Ohio, and works in HR management for a major automotive company. In 2023, she took her first trip internationally, and it was an eye-opening experience.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine she went to Spain and is like now completely obnoxious about it.
Yeah.
That was her eye-opening experience. She saw like one cathedral and she's like, oh my God, Barcelona.
Yeah, she saw the Duomo. She stayed there for fucking 2 weeks and she's like, yeah, that one time I lived in Spain.
That was me after we went to Thailand. I'm not gonna lie. I felt so cultured.
Thailand, huh?
So she wanted to travel more, but work, as you know, limits vacation time, right?
It gets in the way. It's in the way.
It gives you like 2 days a year and we feel guilty using it.
Yeah, it's that and it's frowned upon.
You gotta get
It's frowned
approval.
upon.
Yeah, I got to ask for permission.
Had I accrue already? Come on.
It's yours, but
She saw her peers taking extensive vacations and after some research, learned about, get ready for this, mini retirements.
okay.
This mini retirement life hack was first put forward by Tim Ferriss in his book, The 4-Hour Workweek from 2007, but it didn't get much traction until Gen Z and TikTok hit the scene. People now are setting aside money for their regular retirement and also for a mini retirement in high-yield savings account. One person, a teacher, decided to take every 5th year off for the rest of her life. That sounds great, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to show like a gap in your resume. You got to save up for this.
So that brings up several questions. What about health insurance, student loans, rent? Like you mentioned, the gap in employment, right? No person interviewed in this article had any answers for this. Well, for Sanner, she is saving up a year's worth of living expenses in her emergency fund. Then she'll tackle her sabbatical fund. She has a number in mind based on the cost of trips she wants to take while she travels. She'll continue her freelance work as a resume consultant to supplement her savings. She's not sure yet what she'll do about health insurance.
This doesn't sound like a great plan.
It sounds like a weird situation, yeah.
If you just saved a lot, I mean, if you saved a year's worth of expenses and you did that a couple times, you could probably retire much earlier.
And she has...
That's a good point.
Yeah, she has a sabbatical and a...
Yeah, I don't know what a sabbatical fund is. Is that the...
Well, some companies offer sabbaticals.
But that's after a long time of working there.
Yeah.
Like a long time. I'm talking about 15 to 20 years, bro.
I'm imagining she's been working for, 5 years?
Yeah.
At an actual outside of school?
They're usually reserved for high-level executives.
Well, let's take another example. Brittany Foley, a 26-year-old in Boston whose career in consulting led her to focus on a mini retirement. She wanted time to write a book. That's sweet.
Okay.
So she stashed away 6 months of expenses, which included setting aside a third of her monthly take-home pay of about $6,000.
It's a third.
I think her monthly is $6,000.
Her take-home pay is $6,000. And she's saving a third of that?
Yeah. as well as any bonuses.
Rick's making bank.
Yeah. So I get it with that. Because like she's probably pushing 100 hours a week.
Yeah, but you're also on bonuses.
Yeah.
So after she quit, she took a part-time job as a restaurant server, bought her own health insurance, and moved to a cheaper apartment.
She just sounds like she's being fiscally responsible.
She has a goal in mind, right? She did finish her book, by the way, and is thinking about getting back into the corporate world.
But what's her goal? Every 5 years also?
No, I think she just wanted to write her book. Why did you need to quit your job? Listen, I worked 60 hours this week, and I'm still doing this podcast shit.
Yeah, but did you write a book, though?
I don't want to write a book.
Well, that's your problem right there, bro. You got to write a book.
You should have probably written a book.
What would you do with a mini retirement?
Listen, if I take a 2-week vacation and I come back to work, that is rough. I can't imagine taking a year off. I don't think I could make it back.
I'm assuming you're quitting your job.
Yeah.
And then so now you have to come back and then find a job.
But a lot of these people are in their early or mid to late 20s.
Yes.
I mean, what kind of roles are they
getting? As a consultant, I think she had a great opportunity to find a job if she quit before. With this current job market, no, she's not doing that. No way.
I mean, it sounds nice on paper, but there's a lot going on there. And you don't have a house. Get a house and take a mini retirement.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You need a house.
Well, what about yours? Yeah, but even student loans. Like, you can't just stop paying those for a while because you wanted to travel to.
Well, I mean, my understanding is she would build that into her.
Yeah, her expense.
Into her savings plan.
That would make sense.
But that's a lot of dough. If you just rocked with that.
A year?
Yeah. If you just rocked with that, you could probably retire after much sooner.
Right. You could have taken all that money, throw it into investments.
Yeah. And after 20 years, you could be like, I'm never going back.
So let's talk about Kara Nicole, another example. A 28-year-old program manager at a tech company who followed a similar story says, I have known people in my family who've planned their retirement for decades only to pass away right before or right after, or they get sick in a way that prevented them from traveling the way they wanted. The reality is, yes, there are trade-offs to not bringing in an income for a period of time. You don't want to YOLO spend your way through life, but also you have to accept the reality that you're going to die someday and you can't take your money with you.
I agree with that. I mean, you see that a lot with people who retire. They have plans, and all of a sudden something happens. But I don't know.
But would you trade in a year's worth of expenses and salaries just to fuck around?
I don't think I could do that.
See, here's the thing. Those two cases are a little different because one's a software program manager. The other one's
they're making money.
They're making bank. They're pushing a lot of hours and they're making a lot of money. So if you are bringing in that much money and you can save up for a year's worth, well, then it's safe to say that you probably could do that.
I think the majority of Americans are not saving.
Do that.
It would take, how long would it take them to save
a year's
worth of bills?
According to this teacher, she was giving herself 4 years to save up a year's worth.
But then you're depleting all your savings just for a trip?
You're building up a separate savings. You're building up a separate savings.
Yeah, that's a ton of money. I don't know if that's possible for many people.
It's not.
Well, I'm assuming, because like you go on family vacations and whatnot, that's that money right there.
Mm-hmm.
So what you spend on a family vacation, you won't go on vacation for 4 years. Instead, you're going to save up for the grand vacation on, year whatever.
Just to come back and build it back up for another 5 years, 4 years?
Yeah.
I'd rather take I'd rather do mini retirements, micro retirements. Have we looked at micro? I'm going to write a book.
Ooh.
About micro retirements.
Yeah, but how are you going to write a book if you're not taking a mini retirement?
I'm going to take 2 weeks off. I'm going to take a micro retirement.
You're going to write a book in 2 weeks?
And then I'm gonna work on the book. I didn't say I was going to finish it.
Well, with ChatGPT, all is possible.
Right. So I'll take a micro retirement. I'll have ChatGPT write a book. And then, just 2 weeks. Just retire for 2 weeks. then come back to work.
I also think we're glossing over the fact that this is a very Gen Z thing.
Gen Zers haven't been able to work at a job for 10 years that they hate yet. Yeah. They haven't really been calloused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Time is in their front. They see what's on the horizon.
I've just accepted the fact that my parents instilled with me a work ethic and that I'm just going to work until I die at work.
Yeah. My purpose is to be a worker bee. That was what I was brought up to be.
And that's what I'm really good at.
Well, yeah, that's what I think I'm really good at.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I could save a year's worth of...
I don't know what I would do for the year.
I wouldn't write a book.
I don't want to write a book.
I would probably just want to do that.
I'd probably just end up staying home and playing video games all day, and that
for a whole year.
A whole year. Like I don't need a whole year for that.
No, I'm assuming you have a plan. If you're gonna take a whole year off, you have it. You're writing it down. You're looking at it every day. You're like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do.
Would you want to travel for a year? That's a lot of traveling.
That's a lot of traveling.
A lot of travel. I want to sleep in my own bed.
Yeah. Did the Gen Zers think about that?
You're younger.
See, the thing is, though, look back. You've been working for probably 15 years now. Well, we've traveled a lot. All of us have.
Yeah.
And we still saved a lot of money. I think our plan might be a little bit better.
But have any of us written a book? I don't think so.
Ooh.
No, we haven't written a book, but we do have almost over 50 episodes on this podcast.
What? 52, I think, at this
We have 52 episodes on this podcast, so I think we're pretty much killing. That's like a book right there.
And we haven't left our jobs to do it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
So...
if you look, there's continuity on my resume. It's one way to do it. I don't think that's it. I don't think everybody could do that. I mean, if you could save a year's worth of salary and...
If I had a specific goal and I wanted to do something and I know I couldn't do it while working, a younger me would have been like, yeah, fucking balls to the wall. Let's get this done. But in that year, make sure that I got what I wanted to get accomplished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really depends on what you're going to do in that year.
Because what are you going to do? Fucking go from hostel to hostel around? Because you want to travel cheaply because you want your money to go far. So I'm just going to travel hostel to hostel around the fucking globe.
And that's a very 20s thing to do. You're looking up hostels. You're sleeping in bunk beds. When you hit 30...
I need at least 4 stars.
Yeah. There's a nice breakfast downstairs.
Free breakfast.
There's a steakhouse down the street. I'm not dealing with hostel to hostel. I don't even want to see another fucking tourist.
I'm barely going to take public transportation. I want a car waiting for me at the door to take me to my location.
Exactly.
I'm not going to huff around a third world country. Okay.
Yeah. With a backpack on me with my fucking sandals dangling on my backpack. That's not going to work for me.
Rob's going around in a dress shirt, slacks, and a Toomey backpack.
Exactly.
Toomey McLaren, built for the journey.
Yeah.
He's waiting for a boat in Venice to take him to the other side of Venice.
That is 100% correct. I want to go in and rate a marinara sauce. Yeah, it's very different in your 20s. But good for them. I'm more on I'm a micro retirement. If we're still doing our podcast, we'll see if they regret it.
We're gonna do a 10-year update on it. It's like a bear confession 10 years later.
Yeah.
Turns out that was the worst thing I could have done.
The second worst thing was killing a bear cub and then throwing a bicycle on it.
I took a year off to run bears over with my Honda Odyssey.
That got pretty real. We got out of hand.
So let's go over to the Olympics. The Olympics have wrapped up earlier this week. And some news stories from the Olympics. Paraguayan swimmer Luana Alonso was sent home early from the games after reports claiming her breathtaking beauty was distracting.
Who?
You haven't seen her?
You haven't seen her?
No.
Alonso did not qualify for the finals, which ended her role at the Paris Olympics, but athletes are allowed to stay in the Olympic Village until the official end of the games. She was reportedly asked to vacate her residence inside the Olympic Village and to return to her hometown after her national team's manager claimed that her presence at the village was having an inappropriate effect on the entire group of Paraguay. After her exit, Alonso announced her retirement from swimming altogether and thanked her supporters and nation for the support and love she had received. So what do you think she did? Because inappropriate effect could mean a lot.
Yeah. Just probably hooking up with other people.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely hooking up with other people.
So some reports, and this was reported from Outkick.com, stated that she snuck off to Disney for a few days and wore skimpy outfits inside the village. That to me still doesn't seem like enough to get sent home.
No, I feel like that's a very,
Yeah. It's hot in Paris.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What's the weather there?
I'm thinking, and this is speculation, obviously I have no proof of this, a gangbang.
You think so?
Choose your escorts for the midnight orgy.
It was like 3 dudes, 1 swimmer.
I could see that happening.
And you would think because, usually...
And she wasn't a fast swimmer, so that's probably what happened. She got caught.
What? What is your logic around there?
She's from Paraguay?
Yeah. Does she not look Paraguayan?
I honestly don't even know. I mean, the thing is, in South America, they dress different. So maybe that was seen as... But Europe is...
Her own national manager said, you need to go home.
She must have just turned out there. That's what happened.
Those cardboard beds did not last.
Oh, yeah. They say the village is pretty wild.
Staying on the Olympics, have you guys seen the Australian breakdancer?
My name's Rachel Gunn, and I also go by the name Ray Gunn.
Oh, my God. That was terrible. Terrible. I didn't even know what they were doing.
It looked like she was having trouble moving, yet alone call that dancing.
I mean, it was hilarious. I love what on Reddit they got screenshots of the spectators' faces, and they would just post them. It was hilarious. Do you think this was a joke?
You serious?
No, I think she was dead serious.
Is this their breakdancing? Maybe their breakdancing is different.
She is the best breakdancer in Australia, apparently.
What's the worst?
I'm going to be honest with you. It's already an awkward sport just to sit there and watch, right?
Yeah. But have you watched the good ones? They're amazing.
I saw Team USA. The woman and the man were really good. But it is weird, though, because they're trying to hype people up around them, and everyone's in stands with straight faces. And they're just they're watching it like a tennis match.
Right.
And it's yes, love, yes. And
yeah, I wonder how that would go, scoring wise.
I think it's probably like gymnastics, right? They'll rate it 1 to 10 or something. That's a complete guess. I didn't watch. I didn't stick around.
She looks like a manager at McDonald's.
Right.
That's what you... Today I saw the Canada one. This guy from Canada, and he was great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how it ended up because, again, this is before. She did not do well.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
She did not do well.
That's a shame.
She finished the last in her group.
Did she beat anybody else?
No.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
No, she did not. But I wish her the best. If it makes her happy, if she had fun today, she should just keep doing what she's doing.
Don't worry about me. I can't even do half the stuff she was doing. I mean, I could probably do half the stuff that she was doing, but not the other half.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Now, if she was doing that in a train full of strangers, I would probably give her about $2. I'm not gonna lie.
You should have flipped the hat more. She should have flipped the hat more.
Really? Yeah.
You got to flip the hat and catch it with your foot.
Come in with your own boombox and just almost knock out everyone you're around.
Bro, I learned so quick. When they get on,
you got to get away.
You just got to get out of the way. They are not professional enough to not hit you. They will knock you out.
You got to go to the end of the cart.
Yeah, end of the cart.
We were talking, of course, about subway dancers.
Subway dancer. Hey, listen, you get in New York City and someone comes in, let them dance, Just move out of the way.
One guy hit me one time, and I told him, I'm like, yo, you hit me again, and we're going to have a problem. He turned up the radio and just left. I was like, all right, cool.
Wow, that was a gamble. That was a gamble.
Yeah, because they are in shape.
Yeah.
I know. And I told him. I saw him come in. I stood to the side. I was like, all right, cool. And then he does like a flip, and he hit his like foot like either grazes my face or something. And I told him, I was like, yo, you hit me again, we're gonna have a problem. He's like, heard, I bet. And then stopped dancing. He knew what was up. He knew he was probably gonna hit me again.
Yeah. And what was he talking to, like 10 years ago, Caesar? 5 years ago, Caesar?
No, this was a while ago. So
yeah, that makes it makes sense.
Because if he would have gotten in my face, I would have shit myself. Of like, I didn't think this was gonna get this far.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd be like, the train stops. Is this Brooklyn? I'm just gonna get off. I don't have to be here.
I have no reason to be here at all.
Yeah, but this is my stop. I'm just going to wait for the next 2 trains to pass, and then I'll get back on.
I'll get back on, yeah. I'll just give it like a 2-train buffer in case you decide to hop off.
Hey, man, he was in my face. I'm in your face.
All right, and to finish off today's episode, we're going to take a trip down memory lane because August 8th marked the 20th anniversary of the Kinsey Street Bridge incident. Do you guys familiar with this?
Nope.
In America?
On this faithful day in 2004 in Chicago, the Dave Matthews Band tour bus was driving along Kinsey Street Bridge when the driver hit the eject button on the bus's septic tank. At the same time, people were taking an architectural tour boat cruise on the river below. 800 pounds of human waste traveled through the metal grates on the deck and down to the passing tour. More than 100 passengers were on board that day. The boat immediately returned to its dock and was disinfected.
Oh my God, that's great.
The tour company then received several calls from angry passengers who also demanded compensation for clothing, personal items. Stephen Wall, the driver of the bus, was sentenced to 18 months probation and 150 hours of community service and a $10,000 fine. The Dave Matthews Band eventually agreed to pay $200,000 to settle a lawsuit filed by the state attorney.
Wow. I didn't know anything about that.
You didn't know that happened 2004?
No.
There is actually...
Is there a video?
There's a plaque that someone zip-tied to the bridge.
Oh, I love it. This plaque is great.
No one died that day, but many wish they did.
Yeah, let's read it. Hold on. On the afternoon, August 8th, 2004, at this very location, the Dave Matthews Band tour bus emptied the septic tank over the Chicago River, drenching passengers on a boat tour with 800 pounds of human poop. No one died that day, but many wish they did. Paid for by the Riot Fest Historical Society.
Oh, that is great. Well done.
Comedian actor Nick Kroll made a whole like TikTok video commemorating this event by walking up and down the bridge, talking to random people, filming himself doing it.
When I first heard this story, and I've been telling this story and thinking about it constantly for the last 20 years.
This is 2004 though. I mean, shouldn't you be like, isn't that like bragging rights that Dave Matthews Band shit on my head?
Did you guys like Dave Matthews?
Love
Yeah,
him.
we went to college.
Yeah. Did you go to college?
Did you go to college?
Yes.
And you
didn't
listen to Dave Matthews?
And you,
No,
yeah,
I
you
didn't
didn't get the Dave Matthews Band
You didn't get that?
indoctrination?
Yeah.
No, I didn't like it.
Did you play Ultimate Frisbee?
No, I
You
did
should have
not.
tried that.
Did you? Are you sure you went to college?
Did you go to college in New York?
Yes.
I don't get what you're saying.
No, upstate?
Yeah.
And you didn't
Upstate
listen.
New York, and you didn't listen
We
to
grew
Dave
up
Matthews
together.
or play. We did.
And I still didn't like him.
But you
Went to college, yes.
You went to college upstate.
Yes.
And you didn't listen to Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
That's so odd.
That's odd to me. I don't understand.
So I'm assuming you guys still like them.
I don't, but I still. If I hear them come on, I'm not going to change it. Like I'll listen to the whole song and I'll enjoy it. I'll think of memories about the mid 2000s and how great they were.
Yeah, I would change it. I'd be like, this guy.
You would change it?
Yeah,
Little ants come marching.
Yeah, I'll change it. Like this.
He wakes up in the morning.
Yeah, like
listen to it now. Maybe
takes a shit, goes on a boat, and needs a shower. He needs to change his old clothes. It got hit by a septic. It's raining.
Now, was that legal? What the bus driver did?
No, that's why he paid the fine and got community service.
Is that what they normally
probation.
do though? They just dump that fucking shit into the water?
You're supposed to go. They have like special like places for these buses to go and dump their shit.
I wonder where that button is too. Like, is it like really easy to press?
I doubt it. I doubt it's like an easy to press button.
I went to hit my blinker and then I just
dumped. He was looking for the windshield wipers.
Did I just empty the septic tank?
Wow, the bus is a lot lighter.
Yeah, listen. We fucked up.
See, that's what sucks is Dave
that's
Matthews
what sucks?
got to pay $200,000 and he wasn't even on the bus.
Hold on. That's what sucks? No, getting hit by a tsunami of human feces.
800 pounds of human feces.
Yeah.
And maybe even non-human feces.
Matt, you're looking at, this is, William H. whatever building. And then all of a sudden, is it raining? And just dumps. What's that smell? Like the horrors.
Especially when you're looking up, like if your mouth's open.
It was probably like a war zone. Like one guy was thrown down to the deck. His ears, he was doing that. And then he's like getting up. He sees like blurry visions of people like trying to get up. People have been knocked unconscious by a fucking flying turd.
It was like a very Saving Private Ryan. Yeah.
It was a Saving Private Ryan. You're trying to like get up and get your bearings. Someone's trying to yell, "What do we do now, sir? What do we do now?" The captain's like, turn the boat around. We need to go.
Oh my God. What a disaster. That's a great plaque though.
Well, I hope this is featured on a talking tour.
It should be.
They talk about that on every one of those tour rides now.
It's up there with the Bean.
The Kinsey Bridge.
This is the Kinsey Bridge.
It was designed by, and Dave Matthews dumped about 800,000 shit on. Yeah. I bet you that tour ride increased in sales after.
Well, it's now an architecture and human waste tour.
Exactly. They give you those at
the Niagara Falls little
Niagara
poncho.
Falls. You all wear your little poncho.
Chicago Falls.
Chicago.
So that's all the news we have for today. We want to thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at I'm Not Dumb But, where we post extra fun content that you may not find on the podcast. And before you go, hit that subscribe button because you'll feel better. Trust me. Until next time, stay curious. Later. He wakes up in the morning. You know,
I just heard it again. It's still not good.
Takes a shit and gets dumped on my head.
Oh, that was really good.